everybody. Hi, welcome to today's Daily Antidote of Song. So lovely to see all of you here today. Thanks to Amy Gallatin, new in the room, and brought us in with some great guitar work. We're really glad to have her here with us today. I want to say hello to everybody in this space and everybody out there on the live stream. Everybody, please help me wave to the folks on YouTube and the folks on Facebook. Hi, gang. Glad you are with us today. Today is day 2012 here in the Daily Antidote of Song. We keep on chugging along, and it's remarkable to be in this space again with you, celebrating yet another day where we are alive and together. And it's magical to know that this is where we can go to find our home and to share some time together and some music together. So I also want to begin by shouting out, I'm Joe. I'm the director of the Daily Antidote of Song, coming in from New Hampshire today, and Amy's coming in from Connecticut today. And I want to shout out the magical William in Newcastle, UK, who is turning 101 years old today. Can everybody please give it up for William? Regular attendee here in this space, and we're going to have a little birthday party for William afterwards. Today, we invite everybody to stay after the Daily Antidote. Okay, let's start by saying hi to all the folks in the room. Let's say hi to Clelio coming in from New Jersey, Candace coming in from LA, and Athena coming in from Brooklyn. Thanks so much to that tech team of 3 who are helping to keep everything moving smoothly today. Hi to Sue in Seattle, who's also with Jill today, Caroline in DC, Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Good to see both of you. Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Anne coming in from Maryland, Sheila in Florida, Laris in the UK, Tony coming in from San Jose, California, Baba Jim coming in from Maryland, Arlene in Berkeley, California, Deli in Maryland, Deborah in Kentucky with a big sign for William. Thanks, Deborah. Very beautiful. Marion in Brighton, UK. Susan G is coming in from Cincinnati, Ohio. Aloysius is in Massachusetts. Jenny is in Suffolk, UK, also with a beautiful birthday sign for William. And let's see where I was. Diana in British Columbia. Did I say Aloysius in Mass? Diana, British Columbia. Linda on Orcas Island. Nancy in Washington State. Sydney in San Francisco. Kay in Texas. Storm in Massachusetts. Aziza, nice to have you with us today. I think you've been with us once before. Nice to see you. Gary in Massachusetts. Nice to have you with us. Olga coming in from London, Carol in Connecticut, Kay in Texas, another Kay. Hi, Kay, you might be new to us today, and the Curly Tops coming in from Vermont. Everybody, let's take one big deep breath. Beautiful. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to also shout a hello out to Penny in Victoria and Kathy in Colorado, who both just joined. So I'm super excited today to be in this space with Amy Gallatin, who came to us through Ronnie Arbo. Who's also singing this week and who has sung with us lots of times. Amy's new to us today. She and Ronnie are both part of a protest music event that is taking place this weekend in Connecticut. So we're going to chat about that a little bit. Amy is a musician. She's involved in Oxfam. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And she brings to us today a really great song for the times. So Amy, welcome.
Happy to be here. What a cool space this is. It's very cool.
Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it to you. If you wouldn't mind singing through that chorus a couple times so we can try singing along with you.
Yep,
and
no
then
problem.
Let's sing your song.
I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. My morning voice. I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. Need it again?
Beautiful. How do you guys feel? Everybody got the chorus? All right, we're ready to go. Amy, let's sing that whole song.
So, the way the song, I'll just briefly, it starts with the first 2 lines of the chorus, me singing, and then we go into verse, chorus. You'll be able to hear it. So, here it goes. I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I have always been a dreamer since I was a little girl. Someone's always trying to change me. That can't happen now. I'll do what I please. Oh, I'm gonna dance upon this earth. Here we go. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. I remember from my childhood words my mama said to me. She said, Jesus died for all us sinners. You gotta suffer in this world to find eternity. No, I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. I'm so tired of feeling angry, holding someone else's shame in a world so cold and lonely. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna break the chains. Whoa, I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. Yeah, I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling. One more time, here we go. I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. Dance upon this earth. It's part of me.
Woo! Thank you so much, Amy Gallatin, everybody. Yeah.
That was a song that was written by and performed by a group that is from Ithaca, New York area, the Burns Sisters. The Burns Sisters were a family of 12, in a Catholic family in Ithaca, and they have toured on and off together in various configurations. This song was written by two of the sisters. They performed as a trio when I kind of first came on the folk scene. It was written by Marie and Sheila Burns. And I heard that song, and oh my God, I recorded it in 2007 on an album called Phoenix. But we perform it a lot, and people love it. I mean, they like the sing-along aspect, but it gets requested a lot. So when my friend Ronnie was like, hey, come do this crazy thing, which is an online sing-along, and I'm like, oh, what song can I do? Particularly in the run-up to this Songs of Resistance event that we're doing on the 11th here in Connecticut. Because there's, it's supposed to be like protest songs, but I went to an activism conference, was invited to an activism conference by Oxfam in Washington, D.C. in February, not knowing anything about what they expected of me. But what I found was people who had been activists for a long time finding joy in resistance, not sorrow and not pain and not anger, but joy in particularly my sisters. So it was Sisters on the Planet convention, and the women of color there were just joyous. Like, we're all, oh my God, the new ones, because of things that were happening in DC at the time. And they were just like, we got this. We'd done this before, and I was shocked because for me, I really thought protest was going to be about anger and not yelling necessarily, and that was like a, a really a mind blowing epiphany.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you, Amy. Yeah, I love that. So, Amy and I talked a little bit in sound check about that. And there is, we talk about this a lot in here, but the idea is we can hold in our bodies all kinds of things that are going on in the world. But if we hold the anger and we hold the frustration and the shouting, it really it detracts from our energy. It doesn't well, it doesn't always, but it can detract from our energy if we're just holding that for too long. And so the idea of leaning on the joy, I think is just so amazing. And the idea that even just that phrase, we got this, we've done this before, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
how many of us don't understand or resonate with that, right? Here we are again. And it's in those moments where we feel like we don't got this that we're telling ourselves the wrong story, right? We have to just keep going back to we got this. We got this.
yeah,
We know how
yeah.
to do this, right?
And so that I felt like when I thought about what song to do, I was like, oh, dance. I call it dance for short. I mean, oh yeah, I mean that's the perfect for this thing on the 11th, where each of it's a bunch of different artists. Ronnie Arbo is going to join. Actually, Ronnie Arbo is going to join me on dance, on fiddle and vocals. So I'm pretty excited about that because we don't ever get, we're both so busy. She's home, but then I'm out on a tour or something like that. We don't get that much of a chance. So I'm pretty excited about this. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. So we've got links in the chat for Amy and her music and also for the event that's happening. And Amy, can you tell us where it's happening again?
This event on the 11th is happening at the in Middletown, Connecticut, which is like our local blue. That town is just so happening. They've got a mayor who's like, I don't know, 20. It's just a very cool town. That's where Ronnie lives. Great restaurants, always. It's where Wesleyan is. So it's in Middletown, Connecticut. It's on Friday the 11th. At the Holy Trinity Church. They do a series called Music on Main. It's great sound and great lighting. And I don't know if you can go to the link. You have to fill out a Google form to make reservations. So hopefully that if you don't, if you can't make reservations, there's an email. I believe in the body. This is on Facebook where you can email the guy. His name is Ed McCown. And say I can't make a reservation. I also just want to mention. So I heard you mention a couple people in Massachusetts that are here with us today, and we don't get up to Massachusetts all that much for whatever reason, but we're actually going to be in Massachusetts on October 18th in Haverhill, not Haverhill, Haverhill, Mass, at the New Moon Coffee House, and that's on my webpage at amygallatin.com. We're pretty excited. That coffee house has been going for a long time, like I think over 20 years, and so finally getting to play that. So that's one of the few things we're doing currently in Massachusetts. So yeah,
Great.
it's
Thank you.
fun.
That's amazing. So, yeah, to all the Massachusetts folks and all the Connecticut folks, hope you can find Amy and or Ronnie over the next few days in the various locations. I was going to say something, about Wesleyan, because we were just talking about Wesleyan and here on Monday, because one of our song leaders, Alistair Mook, was sharing a
Oh,
story about dropping one of his two twins off at Wesleyan to be there. So we know there's one twin in Wesleyan who's going to be most likely wanting to be at this protest event based on all of the activism work that Alistair does.
okay.
Assuming that some of that has rubbed off on his kids and
Yeah. Who graduated from Wesleyan is Lynn Manuel Miranda, who did, of course, Hamilton
oh,
and
neat.
other stuff. Yeah, he wrote his before Hamilton. He did a thing called In the Heights. It was a movie. It's really great. I actually went to a theater during the pandemic to see it because I was pretty shut in during the pandemic. I was pretty paranoid, but I went to see it on the big screen. It's called In the Heights. It's a great movie, and he wrote that, I believe, while he was at Wesleyan. So that's pretty cool.
That's super
I'm,
cool.
I'm a big fan. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. So I also have history at Wesleyan. I studied ethnomusicology at Wesleyan. Didn't finish my MA there because I got a 6-week fellowship at the Library of Congress that went on for 10 years. So it's sort of a long story, but it was the most amazing school experience I'd ever had in the history of all of my many schooling places. What a great university! That program is an incredible program, and a huge shout out to all of the folks there at Wesleyan who do a lot of work also in protest and in music, including Ronnie. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So I'm wondering if there's anything else you would like to tell us, either about anything of coming up or about sort of how you're processing being in the world right now. This song is super great for the moment. And what's interesting is, of course, in the moment of the song, they're not speaking about necessarily political unrest or, times of struggle. They're really talking about a personal struggle and, or it seems to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us a little bit more about how you're feeling
So
these days.
the way that I'm processing this is my advocacy with Oxfam. So they, I've been aware of this charity for like a long time. Not sure why. I mean, I'm a donor and all that. And they reached out to me in February, one of the guys, and said, they were aware of the music, I think. They said, we want to feature you in our annual report. I'm like, all right. And I wrote a blurb, why I support, and I give a good blurb. So I think that helped. And then um, they said, hey, do you want to come down to D.C., Washington, D.C., and do this? It's Sisters on the Planet. So it was International Women's Day, and it was sort of dovetailed into this Sisters on the Planet. And they did like a 2-day advocacy conference. It was long. I am not a morning person, as you can probably hear. This is morning for me. Oh my God. It was 7 a.m. starts. Capped off by a day on Wednesday. The final day was we lobbied on Capitol Hill. We went in our little groups. Now Connecticut is super blue, so you're basically just going with our elected representatives, the wonderful Senator Chris Murphy and Richard Blumenthal. You're basically just like attaboy, kind of thing. And Joe Courtney, don't want to forget him, who has the famous. It was just so cool walking around Capitol Hill. It's a lot of walking, but Joe Courtney, who is our rep here in the House, has a. I don't know if you remember in the run up to the Ukraine war when they were shelling that island and those Ukrainian guys were there and the Russian warship said for them to surrender, and the Ukrainians kind of said back a kind of a not polite thing about what they can do with themselves. So he has that poster outside of his office. There's a picture of me on Facebook. I'm going, like, I couldn't believe it. Just very cool people. So Oxfam, the thing I like about Oxfam is that it's global. So there's an Oxfam America. Oxfam started in the UK in the 60s, more known overseas, and they really address inequity and inequality. So worldwide. So for me, it helps me remember that things are a little weird right now in the United States, but we still have it so much better than, pick any third world country you want to talk about. Not enough food. And so they do a unique blend of advocacy, like what they reached out to us and the other people in the conference, but they also do boots on the ground. So a lot of getting food to people, but they also, here's what I love about them. They teach, I don't know how, legal maneuvering, if you will. Let's say you're a member of an indigenous nation in a country and there's some big corporation trying to take your land away from you and drill for whatever they would want to drill out of there. And the Oxfam goes in and teaches how to file suit, how to fight that legally. And they teach also agricultural methods. I believe they were the ones that pioneered the purple rice in Thailand that's super nutritious. They just do a lot of good things. And one of the things that I'm trying to get going here is what's called a hunger banquet. And I haven't still feeling my way there, and it's where you buy a ticket, or sometimes they put it on for free. We're trying to do it with music. So you would buy a ticket to this, and then you draw at the door, you draw one of 3 tiers of income as represented worldwide percentage. So if you're the top 15%, you get a nice meal with pasta and salad, sit at a table. If you're the large majority of the middle tier, you get beans and rice. And you sit like on a stool. And then if you're the lower tier, and this is all the stratas are all represented by proportions worldwide. If you're the lower tier, you sit on the floor and you eat rice, and that's it, rice and water. And that actually represents the diets of a large part of the world. And so the way that I deal with what's going on now, it's like a little overwhelming right now in the U.S. And of course, I do pay attention to it, and I do march and all that sort of thing. But I also keep in mind that we're not the only ones that uh, are in turmoil, or certainly um, poverty in a third world country doesn't even look like poverty in the United States. It's I've done a little bit of traveling in Cambodia, uh, Vietnam, not necessarily third world countries, a lot in Mexico, and we just a lot of Americans don't have any idea. So that's how I deal with I try and keep my focus global, um, and try and make a little difference. But it's hard. It's not easy sometimes.
Thank you, Amy. No, that was really, really great. And thank you for all those reminders. And that kind of a dinner sounds really, really intriguing. And in a way where we would be in a setting with people who are eating something different than we are eating, perhaps. I feel like that would bring it home for all three groups pretty
Yeah.
significantly.
It's pretty
Um,
emotional. The people so this hunger banquets in the 80s and 90s were wildly popular on college campuses. It would be free, usually put on by a church. And what they have you do is, it sounds kind of crunchy granola, but they have you share your feelings, walk around with a handheld mic and how did you feel? And sometimes they'll feature a speaker. Like I was working with a gal up in Vermont, that I met at the conference, and she is lining up an ethical speaker who teaches ethics at Dartmouth, or is it Dartmouth? It's up there, yeah. So yeah, can be all kind of different aspects. I'm going to try and do, I always wanted to do advocacy with my music, but I could never figure out exactly a way to do it. So I feel like we'll do these hunger banquets, and we'll combine with Ronnie and I are going to. Ronnie Arbo and I are going to try and do that at some point. So, yeah.
Beautiful. I hope you can let us know in here when you're going to be doing it. Maybe we can have you and Ronnie come in and sing together. Maybe we can
Oh,
help
yeah.
that. I would definitely love to come to that, and
Great idea.
I suspect our Connecticut folks would too. So, Amy, I think we would love to sing your song again all the
Sure.
way through. It's just a joyful song that I think is giving me a lot of strength. I hope folks in the room had a similar experience on round one. And
I have a
anytime you're ready.
question for you. So I don't want to be looking at the chat. I'm seeing the chats pop up, and I'm seeing somebody mention something about Oxfam, but I don't want to. Is there a way I can look at the chat when we're done, or is there a transcript
Yes,
of it?
I can send you the chat when we're done.
Yeah, I'd love to read all that because
Great.
Joe and I were talking about when you're on a Zoom and you're staring down at the chat. It looks pretty weird. So I've been trying not to get distracted by that. But yeah, so we'll do the song again. Remember, it starts with just me singing those powerful first two lines. We go into the verse, and then you guys remember the chorus. So I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I have always been a dreamer since I was a little girl. Someone's always trying to change me. That can't happen now. I'll do what I please. Oh, I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. I remember from my childhood words my mama said to me. She said, Jesus died for all us sinners. You gotta suffer this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. One more time, I think we got time. I'm gonna dance upon this earth. I'm gonna find some joy in all this madness. I'm gonna be the one that you see. Living here now, feeling free. Dance upon this earth. It's part of me. Woo, that's some morning voice right there.
Oh, it was really great. Thank you so much, Amy. Everybody, please give it up for Amy Gallatin coming in from Connecticut, new to us in this room. Thank you to Ronnie Arbo for introducing us to Amy. Super excited to also have Ronnie this week. So thanks again to Amy for a really perfect song for the times. And I'm going to take a moment to just remind everybody what we've been up to this week and what we've still got coming up. One of our activist musicians extraordinaire, Alistair Mook in Mass, opened up the room for us on Monday. We had Dawn Pemberton coming in from Vancouver, Canada on Tuesday, completely amazing. Wednesday, today is Wednesday. It's still Wednesday.
All
Amy
day, all
Gallatin,
day.
all day. It's Amy Gallatin today in from Connecticut. She's new to us, but we look forward to having her back in the future. Thursday, tomorrow, Moon Clementson coming in from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Friday the 10th, we have Ronnie. We're going to talk some more about the event that will be coming up the next day when we have Ronnie in the room with us. Saturday the 11th, Kim Harris and Lucille Ijoy coming in from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And on Sunday, we're going to close out the week with Rick Polari coming in from Burlington, Vermont. So I want to thank everybody so much for being with us today. I want to shout out another happy birthday to William, who is turning 101 years old today, which is pretty fantabulous. And I think we've got William coming in on the screen in just a second. And we're so excited to have him with us and to be able to celebrate this with you and your family, Phil. It's really amazing. I do want to say, it occurred to me, everybody wave at William. Oh, William has a whole crowd there. Hi, William. Happy birthday. Woohoo! 101. You know, I was just thinking about the notion of like, we've got this and we've done this before. Just think for a moment of the world into which William was born and the transformations that he has seen on this planet in his lifetime, and the number of times that he has lived in political turmoil over there in his native UK, right? So we know, and we know. And thank you, William, for being a presence in this room. We love it. And hello to the whole William family over there. Okay. Woo-hoo. All right, I'm going to say goodbyes to everybody in this room. I want to invite anybody on Facebook or on YouTube. If it is 12:30 Eastern time at the moment, you can pop over here in the Zoom and join us for birthday photos and a little birthday party. And otherwise, we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow here on the Daily Antidote. Look at all those signs for William. I love it. Everybody take a quick peek at that. Yeah, that's great. We'll take some photos after we say goodbye to everybody. So let's start by saying goodbye to the folks on YouTube and goodbye to the folks on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thanks again to Amy Gallatin in Connecticut. And let's wave goodbye to everybody else who's here. Sue in Portland, thank you so much for being here, I think, with Jill. Caroline in DC, thanks for being here. Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK, nice to see you. I love all these birthday signs. Sheila in Florida, Clay Leo in New Jersey, thanks for running tech for us. And I think, oh no, it's Wednesday. Clay Leo doesn't have to drop at this moment. 101-year-old William and his family over there in the UK. What a joy. I love this. Look at all the people that they're fitting into the place we usually just see 3. It's awesome. Look at that. Oh, there's a huge crowd. What? Did we get invited to this? All right. Baba Jim in Maryland, thank you so much for being with us today. Storm in Massachusetts, thank you so much. Arlene in Berkeley, California. Athena in Brooklyn, thanks for helping us with tech today. Jenny in Suffolk, UK, beautiful sign. Deborah in Kentucky, amazing. Thank you so much. Marion in Brighton, UK. Candace, thanks for running tech out of LA. Susan in Cincinnati. Deb in Tucson, Arizona. Laris in the UK. Kat in Vermont. Linda on Orcas Island. Carolyn in Boise, Idaho. Let's see, Bob, Mabel, and the Bears. Bob and Mabel are back home again together. Bob, welcome back. We're glad you're no longer in the hospital. Sydney in San Francisco. Hoda coming in from British Columbia. Nan in Michigan with more birthday gear. Dally in Maryland. Diane in Puerto Rico. Nice to see you. Didn't see you on the hello end. Kathy in Colorado. Hello. Ann in Maryland. Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Gary in Mass. Nancy in Washington State. Aloysius in Mass. Kay in Texas. Carol in Connecticut. Curly Taps in Vermont, Penny coming in from Victoria, British Columbia, and Olga in London. One more deep breath, everybody. Thank you again so much for being with us here on today's Daily Antidote Song. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. And again, folks in the room, please feel free to stay so we can celebrate William's 101st birthday. Lots of love, everybody. See you all tomorrow.